Hey everybody, welcome to Largely Mediocre Gaming. This is Lumper and I'm joined by...
Mock for the first time in our channel's history, which admittedly is only 3 videos.
Yeah. What, we 3? We're like 5 videos in.
5 videos
Yeah.
now. Sorry, I don't pay attention.
We're basically professionals at this point. I mean, we may be the best gaming channel in the UK. I know, that's what some critics are saying. Those critics might be us. Who's to say, really?
As you can tell, Callum likes to have a high opinion of us. I'm reserving judgment until we somehow get above 100 views on something.
Yeah, we're like, what's the first vid's like 60 now?
Yeah, 56.
Not
56.
even, yeah, not even 60. Why am I lying? Not even. Right. Anyway, let's get to this. Right, we're gonna play some Dark Souls today. It's me at the controls. This is gonna be the first part of a series called Parallel Souls, and the idea is I'm going to be doing a sort of PvE build, trying to help people out online, because I'm such a generous and nice guy.
He's not really. No.
And then Mock is going to do like a PvP build and kill people.
He says a PvP build. What we mean here is I'm going to very poorly attempt to make Inigo Montoya and then annoy the hell out of people by quoting various parts of The Princess Bride at them while I'm there.
As you do from time to time,
oh,
obviously. Yeah. What are we going to name this guy? Right, I've got a name in mind actually, Anor Lonbro. It says it's going to be a girl because we're going to be using Painting Guardian armor at some point.
Why can it not be a guy?
Because, oh, you look weird. You look weird wearing a dress. I don't know.
You know, in some cultures, those robes are very manly.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know which particular cultures.
What
but
you do on
I'm
your
sure
weekends?
Someone in the comments will know.
What you do on your weekends is like your choice, okay?
Hey, I'm Indian. We've worn robes for a very long time.
Whatever. Right. We should
Why
probably
a cleric?
explain. Because the build I'm going for is like really high faith, and I figured out it's the lowest possible level is if I start a cleric.
Okay. Right.
Because I'm using I'm going to be doing the Ornstein spear thing.
Oh yeah. Fine.
Right, so we should probably explain the game a bit. So this is Dark Souls. It's the sequel / spiritual successor to Demon Souls. So it's sort of action RPG. Let's just go to Sim.
It's got a reputation in those of you who know it as being unusually difficult. For good reason. It's sort of meant to be like that.
Also, it has a reputation for having like the worst PC port, I think, basically ever.
More or less.
I mean, it makes me want to die.
As I'm sure you can see on the screen, it's not actually A on the PC to edit things or B to go back. That's the 360 controls.
Yeah, you know, you'd think they could have spent 10 minutes to change that graphic, but no, they didn't have the time.
They have since apologized about this, and they do say Dark Souls 2 will be made primarily for PC and then ported onto the 360 and PS3.
Yeah, bloody better. Fuck this bullshit. I'm not going to spend too long customizing the character because you know what, I can't be bothered. We'll let you enjoy the opening cutscene.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skills. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign.
An opening cutscene, by the way, that shows you basically nothing. Explains nothing.
I like that. No,
Yeah.
I think that's a badass
It's
cutscene though.
amazing.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
This is why I should always moisturise, kids.
Briefly, the textures had somehow gone wrong, and your collar bit was actually your neck.
Oh yeah.
Something had gone terribly, terribly wrong.
Yeah, see, the problem with that opening cutscene is it shows by comparison how utterly awful the rest of the graphics are in this game.
Yep. You'll find that bosses and cutscenes are brilliant, absolutely amazing, and then you'll find sort of day-to-day things a bit. Don't want to say dated, but yeah.
Well, how old is this now? It's like
It's not that old.
it's
2011.
like, yeah, that's
DLC
well,
2012.
that's still like back in middle of PS3 era, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not.
To be honest, I think they created it with slightly lesser graphics because they knew that at the end of the day, no one's going to be paying attention to that.
It's true. To be honest, I like
Oh.
the sort of retro feel of it.
Stray Demon.
Hey, Stray.
If this goes far enough, we'll come back and see him later.
Yeah, this guy.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't end well. Poor fucker.
Sorry, what were you saying before?
But the graphics are
Oh.
shite, basically.
Not great.
And this is after I've got a patch on here to make them better. I mean, smooth. First miss of the game. Yay! But yeah, I've patched this with there's a thing called DS Fix. If you download it for PC, go on any forum, they'll talk about it, and you can get slightly higher resolution. You can get anti-aliasing. So even after all of that, this game still looks like arse. I'm gonna put that out there. it is pretty fugly. Speaking of arse, segue.
I wouldn't say fugly.
We're about to meet Arse Demon himself.
If you tilt the camera up, the people should be able to see him.
Yay!
Not the same as the one that we just saw, by the way. Different one.
Okay, let's watch him jump down.
There he is.
I'm going to show you briefly how you can go about killing him right now. Even though it's quite hard. I should really have taken off my armour for this. So basically, if you just sort of circle strafe around him.
Except when he does that, because that sort of tracks you a little bit. So
Yeah,
stay under him.
so if you can get right behind him, you can just start hitting him in the arse, basically.
And do almost no damage.
You do no damage, and it takes, I think, like 15 minutes or something.
Add a push if you're doing this well.
Yeah, that's if you're really good at it, and you're, like, doing it. So basically, you can kill him then. There's no point. It takes longer than coming back in a moment. It's really hard. You're liable to die, and you get like a weapon that's rubbish anyway. It's a bit of a slap to the face.
It's a stone sword hilt. What do you want from it, really?
Yeah, I was going to kill him the long way for the purposes of this video, and then I realised that I don't have the time because it takes forever, and I kept dying. So screw that noise. Okay, let's look at my shield.
By the way, that bit with the Asylum Demon was the first instance of what the community lovingly refers to as simply Dark Souls, where you don't really get given any direction about what you're supposed to do. I know that I did, and I'm pretty sure other people did. In their first playthroughs, you sort of just, you run around there for a few times, you die a lot because you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, and then eventually you notice the little sign on the floor that tells you to run away and find the door. Until that point, you just hate yourself and think you're horrible.
When we played this first time, I died like 7 times or something ridiculous to that because I just didn't realise that you had to just run.
By the way,
I was going like, no, I'm going to kill him.
Why are you not getting the mace?
I will. I just want to... I don't know, I sort of started doing this and I feel like I'm committed now. We're nearly there. Dark Souls, ladies and gentlemen. This is that dynamic Dark Souls action you've been hearing about. You hear everyone rave about the combat system. It's that sort of
that,
brilliance.
It's not. There's much better to come.
I hope.
Well, yeah. I'm a little bit further along than Callum, and I'm playing on the Xbox, so it's significantly easier to control things. And I like to think that I do quite well, except when I'm rusty and die a lot. But Callum isn't the best to be showing you the ins and outs of Dark Souls as an interesting game.
Oh, you're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I were both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Nah, screw him. What do you reckon? Oh yes, let's say
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family, thou who art undead art chosen, when thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords, when thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Oh, we should turn it for a second. This guy, by the way, is the guy who in the opening cinematic gave you the stuff to free you, and that enormous hole in the ceiling is presumably where he got thrown down from by the Asylum Demon, explaining why both were on the roof and he's now dead.
We're gonna try and explain a little bit of like the lore in the game because a lot of it isn't really obvious, and I think it'll be fun to sort of go through the different theories, talk about like the significance of the characters. apparently you can see this guy's death animation if you run away and then run back. So I'm going to try and do that now because I really want to see this.
You should probably go for the
Oh,
when you see
that
the
was it.
souls. Oh, was it? Oh, there he is. So we stood up.
That was underwhelming.
Yeah. See,
Oh, well.
it's normally quite interesting. People don't notice on their first run, but you gain 100 souls for his death, despite the fact that you didn't do it.
Oh yeah, first parry of the game.
Parrying, by the way, an essential mechanic if you want to get anywhere. Equally, Callum's little joke about saying no to Oscar, that's the knight guy. If you said no to him, you'd go through the game without an Estus Flask, and an Estus Flask is how you replenish health.
Well, you can just kill him, to be fair, if you say no. And I'm pretty sure if you talk to him again, he's like, oh, have you changed your mind? Or something?
Yeah, but I've heard tell of people just running through without it. Because again, no one tells you that you're supposed to be listening to Oscar, so if you say no, it's entirely viable on your first playthrough that you run through without health.
I think I spent, like, when we first did this, like, the first, like, about 10 minutes in that area, just, like, looking, trying to figure out what to do. Because I saw the boulder roll past, and I think I got hit by it. And then I just sort of, like, derped around, because I couldn't get through the door. And then eventually I was like, oh yeah, it opened a wall. That's another thing about the game, it does not tell you where to go, what to do.
It's more or less, you explore and you find things out, and hopefully you make your way through it. Or you turn to the internet.
Which is what basically everyone does. Leap attack! Oh, we got the double hit.
Beautiful.
If you do, yeah, you, a pro tip, if you can do a leaping, a strong attack from that point, you generally hit him twice. And you do a stupid amount of damage.
I was seriously hoping you'd do the pro tip thing in the style of Husky. And say it as, you know, pro tip.
Oh, pro tip, you guys!
Oh, no, like he does in Bronze League Heroes, where he goes, pro tip of the day!
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, in a Canadian accent, as opposed to British. The Asylum Team, by the way, the first in a family of 3 who like to slam their butts on you.
Also, the best tactic for all of them is to stand basically and just smack them in the rump.
It's what's known for pretty much every boss as the giant circumcision position.
Yeah.
Because most of their hitboxes don't cover that particular area near them, and so you can sort of legitimately stand there and just hack away.
So you'll spend a great deal of your time in this game hitting just giants on the arse. It's not something we're all proud of. This is the deep shame of the Dark Souls community.
A community, by the way, who are lovely.
Yeah, it's really helpful.
Unlike pretty much every game community I think I've ever known, Dark Souls makes it a point that you can be as dickish as you like in multiplayer, and because it acknowledges that, everyone's perfectly willing to, you know, help you out, because everyone knows that there's a certain element of dickishness to it. That's not a joke. We will very quickly, hopefully, see what that means, because Callum will get invaded, and yeah.
Yeah, let's we'll let this cutscene finish, and then we should probably actually explain some of the mechanics of the game.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
That crow.
I seriously hope whoever came up with that name did not get their paycheck.
Oh, it was the one awkward part of that entire dialogue. I always thought it was brilliant, really well scripted, and then Lordran.
We need a name for a place of lords in it. How about Lord... Presumably their first try was like Lord Place area.
Like, Lord Kingdom.
Oh, I mean...
By the way, little lore point, that crow is speculated to actually be the goddess of sin, or one of her messengers. And that's like a whole other side story that we'll get into later on.
So yeah, and also if you're... A little secret, not really, but hey, if you stand sort of around here, look up, you can see her knocking around, which I didn't notice for like the first 10 hours of the game. And then Nantha at some point pointed it out to me. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, you can still see the crow. And we'll be using her as transport later.
Much later.
I'm gonna... There's some humanities here.
Oh yeah,
So yeah,
explain
let me explain.
Oh, that's a shadow of another player who's online.
And they might. Oh god, they've got. Okay, we've got a lot to explain here. Right, so
Yeah.
bonfires. This is where you rest. When you do so, you regain health, and that'll be where you respawn when you die. While you're here, you can also. Oh god, I need to actually use humanity first. You can also
Oh, it should already be equipped if you just go down.
Oh yeah, what am I doing?
Yeah, quick menu.
Yeah, so that takes
This is
ages.
why Callum is not good to explain these things.
Do you want to slap? We're going the right way for slap. Right, we're gonna I'll just use one for now. So then you've got humanity, and basically you use that when you die. You become this evil hollow zombie thing, like so. You can use humanity to undo that and turn human again. While you're human, you can summon other people who are online to help you. You can also get invaded by other people who are online, and they will kick your ass because they're much better at the game than you. Almost universally.
Generally, in the opening areas of the game, it's become a little bit of Dark Souls infamy. That's the very first area in the game that you're supposed to go to. Again, they don't actually tell you that that's where you're supposed to go. It's kind of just inferred, unless you talk to certain very specific people.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, just had to take a phone call. We're back.
In black. No, we're not. But yeah, the first area of the game that you're supposed to go to, which, again, the game doesn't actually direct you towards. You have to speak to that sort of glum-looking man who we saw in a corner. He tells you more or less where you're supposed to go, but again, he doesn't give you clear directions. He doesn't say, go right.
Yeah, he says, like, oh, you need to go up the side of the ruins to the waterway through the undead village, and that'll take you to the parish. Which is, like, we'll show you in a minute where that is, but it's not helpful. You're like, where the hell is a waterway? You can't see a waterway from here.
I personally spent 4 hours at the beginning of the game in here, which is a giant graveyard, and all the enemies in here are for slightly later on in the game, and so they repeatedly whoop you, as apparently Callum's about to show you.
I'm pro, so no, I'm going to kick everyone's ass.
Nope.
Oh yeah, this doesn't have 100% physical damage reduction, does it? Shit.
Nope.
I do need to pick up a weapon in here, though, that's the issue.
What are you going for?
There's a thing called the winged spear.
Oh, yeah. Is that here?
Yeah, that's here.
Whereabouts? Sorry, I keep forgetting what some of the weapons are. You see, this happens to new players quite a lot, where they go into areas that they're not supposed to, and basically just get ruined. It does put a lot of people off, but then I suppose in a way the game expects you to ask around and to explore. So, oh, you just sort of hit him. That guy right there, if you speak to him long enough, he will tell you vaguely where you're supposed to go. Even then, he tells you you should go up or down. If you go down, it's actually the wrong area again.
Yeah, and you get your arse handed to you
because
again.
You can't hit any of the enemies.
Having said which, you'll hear a lot of like pro players will do that first, and you can sort of break the sequence that the game expects you to take. In fact, you'll have seen when I created the character, I took an item called the Master Key, which I'll show you now. Hold on.
Should be under there. Yeah.
And that means you can open any basic lock, which basically allows you to shortcut a lot of areas, and you can get straight to things that you're not intended to be able to. Let me also just briefly explain souls, that you'll see I've got a little count in the bottom right hand corner there, are basically what you use for like leveling up and a few other things. So you want to collect them as possible, and I've been picking up these little items on the floor that give me one. Here we go, ring spear.
Now you need to get that.
And now I need to run out of here because these things will all kill me. Also, if you manage to get to a bonfire, even if you're being like chased by enemies, in general, that will stop them coming after you.
Obviously, if they're sort of 1 foot behind you and in the middle of the swing,
if they're right behind you, you're fucked. For want of a better phrase.
Same thing happens in invasions actually. Once you're invaded, you can't use bonfires. You sort of have to see the fight through to the end, which, as a new player, you're pretty much. Yeah, you're not gonna have fun with that unless you're very, very lucky.
Right, let's level up as well while we're here. Oh, let me see what the requirements are for that spear actually. Let's change equipment.
That's another thing. Certain weapons need certain stats to be able to use them.
So in this case, I need apparently 13 strength and 15 dexterity, faith and intelligence. So relevant for this one. So I'll level up. What am I on at the moment? I need 1 more strength.
You need tons.
And I need I need like 7 more dex. So I need to level up 9 times before I can even use this. That's fine. I will eventually. And I should put on my talisman as well.
Plus, to be honest, in the beginning of the game, getting 7 levels isn't difficult. That's not a lot.
Yeah. Let's go talk to Petrus. The good thing about starting as a cleric as well is your trainer is here right from the start. Whereas I think sorcerers, pyromancy, a lot of other things, you have to find them and then they arrive here, which is kind of annoying.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thoroland. Have you business with us? If not, I prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Dick. Sorry.
Yeah, this guy is a bit of a
Hello
rat.
there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
That's basically worthless.
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Say yes, obviously.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
Oh. Yeah, I should explain. This is an option to join a covenant called the Way of White, which means that when you're online, you get invaded less, and you're more likely to summon in other people or get summoned by other people, which is a nice bonus. You can only join it, I think, through Petrus, and then later on there's another NPC that you can join it through. So it's basically the first one you can join, and it's really helpful if you are new to the game, because you won't get invaded as much and you can get more help.
Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
I should also point out I'm already in it, because if you're a cleric, you start in that covenant, which isn't much of a benefit, but I guess it's nice.
None of the other starting classes actually have a covenant to begin with.
Yeah.
They're pretty open.
I can learn a gesture from him as well, so I've learnt to shrug, yay. Then we can... Let's see if I can afford any miracles.
Let's just seek guidance right now.
And what faith do I need loads of faith for all of these.
Well, you've got 14 to start with, so you're alright for a bit.
And
Because you can get heal, force, and great heal, except.
Yeah, I'll probably get force first at some point, but I'm saving up to level, so we won't really use him much.
My companions are Milady. She is young. We are...
Yeah, let's ignore him.
Come again. The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your
bye-bye.
faith.
It's work again. That's a typical Dark Souls thing. You have to talk to him 3 times, and he keeps telling you to go away. And then after all that, finally he lets you learn stuff from him, which is classic Dark Souls. There's no reason for you to talk to this guy 3 times, but that's what you apparently have to do, because why not?
Okay, yeah, this is where you're supposed to go. But generally people will go first to the graveyard because it's nearest, and then they might try and go downstairs because they hear that you're supposed to go up or down. It's a very sort of... Oh, nice. It's a game that's pretty punishing in that respect. It does expect you to sort of...
Already know.
Yeah.
You just have to sort of die. Basically, you're meant to learn by dying.
Yeah. Death in Dark Souls is not a bad thing. Death is the great educator.
That's what we tell ourselves when we get killed for the 50th time by some boss.
I mean, there are plenty of ways to cheese certain bosses, and it does.
Bye bye.
Oh. That'll do. Oh no! Now you've got 2 of them. Enemies in Dark Souls, no matter how weak they appear to be, if you get more than 1 on you at any one time, you're screwed. Just in general, because all of them will attack you simultaneously. So there's no waiting around. If there's more than 2, then you can expect to be hit at least once.
Oh, I should show you a secret as well.
No,
How is this guy alive?
Oh no! If you kick him off there, 9 times out of 10 he just lands here.
Yeah, that's really annoying. So there's a soul there. This guy's dropped. Oh, a firebomb. That's quite helpful when you're low level.
Really?
Yeah.
It's alright. I've never actually used firebombs.
Oh, that's because you're a noob.
Really? Not using.
Ananthalite's the thing he's really pro, ladies and gentlemen. That's a lie. Don't know him. Don't
I
know him
wouldn't
for
say
you.
I'm really pro. I would say, however, I've spent significantly more time in this game than Callum has.
People don't need to know that. Yeah, so here you can just roll over this. You can jump as well. I see people die here all the time. Like, there will always be a bloodstain here from someone dying. I don't know how. It's like the easiest jump. Be a bit careful, but I mean, like, every time basically I come here, there will be a fresh bloodstain where some idiot has fallen off. Case in point. Here we go. Let's see what happens to this guy.
Oh, went up the stairs. And
Walked off. Oh wow.
Oh, the best are occasionally you'll see those orange message signs on the ground. Except by this far in the game, they're put down by players, and the occasional, especially trolly pro player might leave a sign saying "try jumping" off the edge of a cliff, and there's always a bloodstain there from some guy who's tried jumping.
Yeah, in general, just ignore the signs. Someone's just going to be dicking with you. Occasionally someone will leave a funny joke, like, let's see what this guy says. Good luck. Oh, that's nice. Try eliminating one at a time. So you do occasionally get good advice, but then someone will be like, try backstab on an enemy you can't backstab, and things like this.
Oh, second one. The axe guys, by the way, normally are much easier to take out because they have such a long sort of telegraph time, so that you can see what it is they're going to do.
There's something down here, isn't there, if I recall?
Yeah, but you have to...
Oh.
Oh, that'll do.
Okay. Oh, God, I need to find my way around now. This is a bit annoying.
Oh, hollows. Hollows are everywhere.
Oh, God. This is not going well.
By the way, if something like this happens to you, but by accident, it is perfectly viable to go and look it up on the internet, because especially the Dark Souls subreddit, who you'd think would be as unhelpful as every other subreddit is, are actually very, very kind about these things. Give you a lot of tips. Rubbish, by the way, is more or less useless, as its name suggests, unless you trade it.
Yeah, there's an NPC back in the under the Asylum, which, spoilers, we're going back to later, and you can trade it with him. Is it for the Demon's Great Hammer?
I think so. It's something strange like that.
It's I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's for the same weapon that you get by killing the Asylum Demon first attempt. So, one more reason not to bother killing the Asylum Demon. It's doable, but a huge waste of yours and everyone else's time.
Equally, by the time you get to sort of New Game Plus, one of the few nice things Dark Souls does for you, if you get round to New Game Plus, all of the enemies are harder. Pretty much the entire game scales in difficulty by about 40%, but you get to keep all your stats from the previous game, and so you can sort of walk into the Undead Asylum and kill the Asylum Demon straight away because you're currently rocking whatever it is your build was.
Yeah, I like 5-shotted him or something when I did it. So you go up here, be careful.
That happens.
This guy, who I hate, I really, really deeply hate, that son of a gun. See, look, no swearing. Oh, it's just so... I wanted to kill him at a certain point in my first playthrough. I can't recommend it. It's a nightmare.
He's one of those many instances in Dark Souls where something will be in a relatively low-leveled area and then turn out to be much, much higher level than everything else around it.
Yeah, they're a fan of that. They'll sprinkle in a boss that you have no hope against. Speaking of which, I think I'll do Havel. Okay, I'll let you get that. Sorry everyone, my doorbell just rang, as happens, but we might as well go in here anyway and show you. Wooden shield here, that's useless. I don't know why it's stuck in a little secret place.
Well, it's not that bad. I mean, for some of the other classes which start with shields that have something like 65% physical defense, which means that 35% of the damage will get through to you no matter what. That shield has 93% physical defense, which is, relatively speaking compared to that, brilliant. Oh, what's he doing?
I don't know.
I don't know, he's going
You've
for
got
spears.
2 spear guys here.
This is great. You just see him try the exact same thing. Spear guys, by the way, are a pain because they keep getting rolled up.
I'm trying to kick this guy, but the controls are so piss poor on PC that it's almost impossible.
Oh, stab.
Oh, you know what?
Oh.
You can generally open them up if you do like a leaping attack or something really strong. No, don't you heal.
Use Estus.
Go away.
Yeah, I do like that. Other enemies can and will heal if you give them the opportunity.
Okay, let me just heal. There you go. That's the easy way. Just kick him, hit him a couple of times.
Oh, his body dropped something.
Oh, it might be a slightly easier to use spear. No, it's a terrible piece of armor. The guy is going to pop out here.
Again, something in Dark Souls is a great fan of, leaving sort of semi-decent weapons in the hands of enemies that are otherwise completely useless, and then giving them sort of armor pieces that are worthless, and then spawning those more often than the weapons, so that you have to farm like crazy to ever get anything done.
And pick up loads of just like trash, basically.
Yeah.
It's like Diablo. I'm not even going to pick that up because that would be nothing. That would be nothing good. That would be like the hilt of a sword or some crap.
Which in one instance is useful, but since we're still carrying our old hilt, is not useful.
Oh, when is that useful? Oh, you can ascend it, can't
yeah,
you?
into one of the great swords. I could spoiler this, or I could spoil this rather, and just...
No, because even I don't know. I should point out I haven't actually done the DLC because I didn't realise that once you killed the final boss, that was it. You couldn't go and explore still. And as a result, I have not done the DLC. I have not killed certain optional bosses, and I have not done like loads of stuff in the game. So I'll still have plenty to learn. I know I seem really pro, and you're all like sitting there enraptured, like, oh, how can I get this good at Dark Souls? So if you know, you'll watch and you'll learn, and one day you too can be as great as I am.
Which isn't saying much.
No, I'm pro. I may be the best Dark Souls player possibly alive. Oh, here we go. Yeah,
see,
I'm summoning
that
this guy straight away.
is someone else who's put themselves out there as, you know, someone you can summon to help you out. Oh my god, he's wearing, what is that? Mask of the Child?
That's
he's
Mother,
wearing, oh no, that's Mother, yeah. No, that's, I'm pretty sure, oh, I'm not sure. But frankly, very simply, that's some late game gear that he's currently...
Well, not really. I've done speed ones for it, to be fair.
True, but I mean...
You can pick that on early on, but it's
Yeah.
just hard.
It's
get this guy as well.
that's sort of a game breaky run.
So like this guy looks a bit like me. He's using pretty much standard gear, whereas the guy we just saw was deliberately trying to get the best gear he could early on.
Which probably means he will be incredibly good at the game.
But knowing my luck, both these summons will fail, and I'll have to just go kill Havel on my own, which is where I think we'll wrap this up. Magic. Oh, because he's got onto there. How the hell did he do that, actually? That's weird. Summoning failed! Oh, I didn't see that coming. And the fog? Does that mean I'm getting invaded?
No, if the fog comes back, that means you can't. Your summon has failed.
Oh, God. Oh, screw it. I'm just going to go do Havel on my own. I'll get killed like 10 times and cry.
Again, doing Havel on your own, or doing Havel this early, not something you players are recommended to do. You'll see why in a moment. Hopefully there'll be one good death. Oh, you're being invaded.
Yeah, I'm about to get invaded and killed.
Oh, go to. Oh no, did you rest at the bonfire?
I have not.
Oh, this should be fun.
Oh, if I can make it to the boss fog, actually, I should be fine.
Yeah, quick fix for anyone who wants to try this. If you get invaded, you can run to the nearest boss room fog, and if you go through that, the invasion fails because you're fighting a boss.
Oh God, I don't have the key.
Yeah,
no, I don't. You need a
oh,
residence.
you need the residence. Like that. Yeah.
Oh, this is not going well.
Just run. Not that way.
Yeah, this way I'm going to get to the boss door. I don't want to get invaded. And let's be honest, Taurus is pretty easy if I use the drop attack.
That's true.
And because I'm pro, I can just kite all these guys. Oh yeah, there's the flaming barrel. She's a...
Again, Dark Souls. Where flaming barrels just thrown at you.
Right, this is the way to that boss I was going to do, Havel.
More of a mini boss.
In fact, if I go down here, will that clear out the invasion? No, it won't.
Because Havel technically doesn't count.
And I'm just going to run away because
Although,
they can't follow me.
frankly, the invasion hasn't happened yet, so I'm not sure that it's not failed
It's
as well.
going to. It may have failed, yeah. Anyway, I can't bother to risk it.
Little secret. Crystal Lizard! Go kill it! Go kill it! Crystal Lizards are a holdover from Demon Souls, the first game in this series.
God. Where is it?
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, that's... Oh,
Oh,
no,
he's downstairs,
there.
he's there. Oh no, he's gone now.
And now he's gone. And I'm dead.
Nice.
Dark Souls, everyone.
Yep, that happens a lot if you don't kill everything. They all just sort of follow you for, frankly, ludicrous distances.
Oh,
And
back
we're back to
here.
start.
Oh god, right, we're running past everyone. Screw this noise. I should have rested at the bonfire that you will have seen.
Oh, you did good.
Oh, come on!
Maybe you should kill them.
Oh no, I'm good. Oh, go away.
Guy behind you.
Seriously. And then just run.
Nope.
Oh, you cannot be serial. This is not a good situation to be in. In case it weren't obvious.
Yep. Again, you really want to kill everything before you move on, because they will all beat the crap out of you otherwise.
For God's sake. And I'm backed into a corner. This could end really badly. We're gonna have to get off some pretty much perfect parries here to get out of this.
Oh, this is a tense situation. This is
No!
a very... No!
I got the kick off, but then he stabs me. Oh.
This is more what the Dark Souls experience is for new players. Just endlessly being killed.
For the love of... And I've lost all my souls. Yeah, we should mention, if you, when you die, you leave any souls or humanity that you're carrying where you died. So you can, if you make it to them, pick them up, like over there, which I'm not going to try because then they'll just kill me again.
And there's not much there to get.
Yeah. So you can recover if you've lost. It's easy enough if I've been being sensible. Don't rush, really, is the secret of Dark Souls. Don't rush, don't get hasty, because you will die.
Dark Souls is very much a game of patience. Running about, trying to kill everything, as you would with any other action RPG, not going to serve you well in the end.
I mean, you can't, like there, even just trying to run past, you'll get ambushed, you'll get ganged up on, and you'll get killed. And now I've got to run all the way back here. This time I'm just going to go straight to the bonfire though, because I don't want a repeat of last time. I've promised myself that I'm going to stay human as much as possible in this run, and if I get invaded, so be it, because I think that should be part of the experience, and I didn't really get invaded all that much in my first playthrough. As you'll see, they've all...
Move set to their various positions.
That was close, nearly died there anyway. I'm gonna... so let's go human. And let's become human. I should probably kindle this as well, shouldn't I? Because you come back to it later on the bridge as well. It's like, it's your long... This will be the only bonfire you get for a while, so what you also want to do is take another humanity. And then, if you... oh, whoops. That was a waste. Oh, I don't know. If you rest here, you can do a thing called kindling, and you get 10 Estus flasks from every bonfire instead of 5, which obviously makes your life a lot easier.
Oh, there's a friend.
You've got a little friend there, standing at the bonfire. And if you... oh, she'll have got an extra Estus flask as well, won't she? How does this... what? He's got the...
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a very, very, very game-broken character right there.
Oh god, I have no clue. How do you even begin to do...
Well, that demon's great axe, which means he killed the asylum demon the first go round.
No, it's... oh, that's Taurus Demon, isn't it? He just killed Taurus and got unlucky.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is. I thought it was the Dragon King Great Axe for a second. That's not too bad then.
That's not too bad.
Because I nearly wept. That's just ridiculously overpowered.
Occasionally you will see people that are unfairly powered.
Having said which, they've earned it. I mean, there's a reason these are late game weapons. It's because you don't get them by like killing these morons. You have to kill hard stuff and get lucky.
Although you will occasionally run into someone who has infinite health.
Yeah, there are a
that's
few
a hacker.
hackers. And that's much... I'm not sure if that's a bigger or smaller problem on PC. I know it's quite an issue. Oh, also, I should go in here, shouldn't I? Is there anything?
Yeah.
I remember there being something.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
no,
First of all,
just
there's a hollow here. get off parries because I'm clearly so good at the game.
Oh no, you know when you're good when you go for the parry riposte and there's absolutely no sound between the two. You don't hear like
yeah.
gong. It's just one than the other.
So there's some fire bombs in there. Those are really useful at this level. You can use them on either Havel or on the Taurus boss we're going to see later, and it makes it a lot easier, especially because I think Taurus is vulnerable to fire, isn't he?
No, he's vulnerable to lightning.
Isn't it both?
Not sure.
Which is what I'm about to get for us now. Oh, I haven't gone to the merchant again.
No. That merchant, by the way, is again an example of Dark Souls exposition hidden away in a corner. He sells you things, but if you also talk to him, he gives you a pretty good indication of what the situation is in the undead parish. He tells you what one of the later bosses is, what the sort of nearest boss is, and a little bit about sort of the history of this place. But again, not many people are going to talk to a merchant as much as they can. Not on their first one, at least. Oh, that went well.
Soul of Lost Undead, that'll do. The good thing about those souls I'm picking off of the bodies is that they count as an item, so when you die you don't lose them, which is unstatably helpful. I'm going to heal up again. I'm going to go to the merchant because I want to show you the little secret that's hidden back there, and the merchant's worth talking to as well.
By the way, that
you get a soapstone off him, don't you?
Yeah, that counter that's just gone up to 1, that's a humanity counter, and he's got that because you get what's called soft humanity, where if you kill a certain number of enemies, you immediately get sort of 1 humanity, and that number scales up with the number of times you've done it. So for the first one you might need to kill 7 enemies, but then for the next one it'll be 8, and that'll be 10.
And at a certain point it stops, I think. And you
It's
also
at
don't get
11.
that, and if you've already killed the boss, that stops as well.
Yeah.
I think, doesn't it?
If you've killed the boss for an area, that doesn't work. Rarely. Summon sign in the air. Sometimes I just notice very strange things.
I might just run past these idiots. Oh no, I can't, can I? Because then they attack me when I'm next to the merchant, which I don't want.
Oh, you could always kill him and get the Uchigatana.
Yeah, he also has a really helpful weapon called the as I just said, Uchigatana. You have to kill him for it, which counts as a sin, so you'll get invaded more. And sure enough, summoning failed. I get invaded all the time, but summoning never works. Read into that what you will.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
Yeah, whatever. So off of him you want Orange Guidance Soapstone, which is how you can leave and rate messages for other people. Bottomless Box, which lets you manage your stuff at a bonfire.
To the residence key first.
I can use a Soul of a Lost Undead or something, or I can just save up for it. You can buy arrows off him as well, which is really useful. I won't bother showing them Drake's Sword.
Not yet, no.
Yeah, we won't do Drake's
Thank
Sword
you
for a while.
kindly.
It's not really worth it.
Let's use our Soul of Lost Undead. How many is this? No, let's use
That's 400.
So then we need one more after that or something.
You just use a normal soul. There it is.
Soul of Lost Undead, yeah.
That colour was really strange, by the way.
I
Looks like
hope
a
you've
embrace.
brought...
Yeah, whatever, mate. And now I can get the residence key. There you go.
Oh,
Which,
thank you.
if you don't
very
have the
much.
master key,
Come back soon.
yeah, whatever. If you don't have the master key, that also lets you save an NPC later. I'm gonna go this way as well because I forgot to pick up an item somewhere. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
No, yeah.
No.
Thought you'd been here.
Oh no, it was a different place. I know. I've forgotten to pick it up. I can't be bothered. I'm good. It's only like another soul item anyway. I'm gonna... Okay, I think what we'll do is go to Taurus Demon, because I think this episode's dragging on a bit. So we'll make it to the Taurus Demon. We can see his little intro. And then we can resume tomorrow with me kicking his ass.
Unfortunately, I won't be around for that. Although at some point in the next few weeks, I should be getting the tech to run this off of an Xbox. In which case, you're going to see much better play. Or actually no, because it's going to be trying to make a build that, frankly, I don't think is especially viable.
And I've been invaded! Oh,
well,
great.
That's
Okay,
a
we're going
good way to finish things off.
we're going to Taurus now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm running to Taurus. I just want to escape the invader.
You can get the crystal lizard again.
No, we're running. We're running to Taurus. Screw this. He will kill me. He'll kick my ass.
At some point, you're going to need to show them.
There we go. We've run away. I would normally allow him to invade me, but you know what? I can't be bothered.
Time is dragging on.
Yeah.
You may as well.
So I'll pop up here, kill these two, and then I'll end it.
Again, something that new players probably won't think of. That the tower behind you actually has snipers on top of it.
Yeah, it's natural to just sort of run forward, the boss drops down, and then it's only then that you realise that also there's people shooting you in the back. So we'll kill him,
Take some rest.
and then I'll be showing you tomorrow, or whenever, the easy way of killing Taurus Demon.
Oh, you might want to show them the intro first. Just a bit of a
No,
taste.
we'll save that. We'll save that for the generous
well.
viewers. Okay, this is Largely Mediocre Gaming. I'm Limper,
I'm Mock.
and we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye. That was terrible.